Personal Kanban system for the enterprise. The Personal Kanban for Enterprise is a personalized version of the Kanban method, which was first used in Japanese factories. It's basically a stress-free way of managing your task through simple visualization. This podcast will guide you through the process and advantages of applying the Personal Kanban method to enterprise workflows. Your enterprise can start the Personal Kanban journey with KanBo software right now. Personal Kanban as a KanBo MyBoard lets you visualize and prioritize your work while staying updated to the big picture. The cards in MyBoard come from other boards, but they are virtual avatars of the cards that actually live in the origin boards. Moving cards across the MyBoard does not affect the position in the origin boards, ensuring the consistency of information. The goal of MyBoard is to unify the context of individual projects and processes. Since every single person has their own working style, KanBo as enterprise tool gives each employee the freedom to practice what they are most comfortable with. Each person can use lists to illustrate their personal workstream based on their unique needs. What's important for the enterprise architect is that by the installation of KanBo in the IT environment, enterprises can maintain full control over the collected data and management of the software. Personal Kanban for Enterprise has two main defining features. First feature is that it enables you to visualize work. A personal Kanban should help you to visualize work in a simple and intuitive way. With all personal tasks in one place, you should be able to quickly determine what needs to be done based on your priorities. Your personal Kanban board should also allow you to add, remove, and move tasks to adapt to your changing flow of work. The second most important feature is limiting work in progress. The Personal Kanban is made to limit and keep track of the things that you work on at one time. By putting a limit on the number of tasks you are working on, you can easily avoid overwhelming multitasking that may lead to burnouts and inefficiency. Beyond these two rules, your Personal Kanban for Enterprise can be implemented to suit your unique needs. However, it's always good to know the best practices and applications before you begin using the Personal Kanban. One of the tools that can fully support and allow you to work in accordance with the Personal Kanban is KanBo. If you would like to use the Personal Kanban approach in your company, we would be more than happy to get you started. For your comfort, we have mechanisms for migrating data from Trello, Planner, Asana, Smartsheet, Jira, or OneNote to retain your important information and workflows. Empower your employees by introducing the revolutionary Personal Kanban principle to work smarter and get a coordination experience you have not encountered before. Contact us to get started on your Personal Kanban journey right now. In today's world, multiple factors are constantly competing for our attention. Deadlines and responsibilities can make you feel like you're being pulled apart in different directions. The stress of these constantly changing aspects can result in a loss of focus and overall productivity in an organization. As long as work is implemented as an abstract set of tasks, people will continue to lack the clarity and focus that is required to manage their time. Some people use to-do lists to manage their tasks, but that can soon get out of control as the number and complexity dependencies of tasks increase. We need an intuitive way of visualizing work that lets us see the bigger picture at a glance. Enter the Personal Kanban, a personal productivity method that can easily adapt to all types of applications and individuals. Much like a regular Kanban, the Personal Kanban board allows you to organize, visualize, control, and prioritize personal tasks to create the perfect order. The concept of writing down important tasks and organizing them into easily comprehensive lists is not a new one. Before the technological revolution, people used resources in the analog world to design solutions to organize their time. There are many personal Kanban board examples that exist in the real world. Let's see how you can make your own Kanban board. To set the most basic personal Kanban board, you will need just a pad of sticky notes, a board, and some motivation to manage your work and life better. The first step is to write down the things that you need to do on a pad of sticky notes. One sticky note should contain a single clear task. Along the way, you will run into large projects and goals that will require a subset of tasks. Break these bigger goals down into smaller work items. For example, if you're planning a business trip, your work items may consist of book flights, make hotel bookings, attend meetings, hire transport services, and much more. These small tasks can further break down into even smaller tasks, such as attending meetings can be broken down into scheduling the meeting and establishing talking points. You may also start using different colors of cards to represent different niches of responsibilities and give your board more structure. Once you have a set of goals written down, set up a poster board, whiteboard, or other sheet of paper. Make 3 columns named To Do, Doing, and Done. Now it's time to decide what goes where. Start off by deciding your work in progress limit. It's a good practice to begin with 2 or 3 cards at a time and adjust according to your capacity. A small and manageable limit usually helps you to get more done. However, since every task may vary in duration, you can adjust your limit accordingly. Set a time estimate for each task to see where you stand. Now you can stick your notes to the columns in order of priority, placing the most important ones at the very top. You can move some of the notes you wish into the Doing column and start working. After finishing each task, move the note to the Done column and replace that with another note from your to-do list. Repeat this process all over again and smoothly manage your day-to-day activities. As you can notice, this personal Kanban approach is quite natural and not much different from your managing work so far. As simple as this approach may be, it reflects 2 very crucial principles: visibility of work and focus on finish. The sticky notes provide full visibility and a glance overview of your work. In the practical world, however, the personal Kanban takes on many forms. For more complex work organization structures, which involve multiple teams and employees, it takes the form of a shop floor management system. However, the core mechanism and principles remain the same. High visibility of work with a clear view of current tasks in progress. It's all visually arranged in the neat package for your perusal. If this approach for organizing and managing work suits you, you can use one of the many personal Kanban software and tools in the market. Here's a brief introduction to some of the top tools that can help you build a digital personal Kanban board. The first one is Trello. It's probably one of the most popular work management tools, featuring easy-to-use Kanban board with strong features and a flexible work environment. With Trello, you can create appropriate lists and add cards that represent goals and work items. Trello makes it easier to collaborate on large projects and creates an uncomplicated flow that can help you streamline your projects in the long run. The next one is Asana. It's a popular productivity software that specializes in tasks management and making collaboration easier. The interface makes it easy to set up your personal Kanban board with the help of tasks that are the equivalent of sticky notes on a Kanban board. Another tool is Smartsheet. Smartsheet is a spreadsheet application and project management software. It includes support for personal Kanban through a dedicated template that lets users assign cards to different columns. Jira is another project management software that works well with Scrum, Kanban, and other hybrid models. However, despite the high level of control and features provided by the popular software that I mentioned, using them at your workplace may not be possible due to your company's security policies. In such a situation, you can return to the basics and use Microsoft Note-taking app. By creating some simple tables to represent lists and adding tasks as new table entries, you can build a simple personal Kanban board to visualize and simplify your work. Many of these personal Kanban tools can serve you well for personal needs or even small businesses. But what if you want to shift it into the context of your large enterprise? This can pose a huge challenge, as the security policies may prevent you from integrating your personal Kanban from these third-party software with your enterprise. Shadow IT is not the best idea, and the return to the paper version is like going back to the Stone Age. Large enterprises must have control over the collected data and full control over the solutions used. The solution to it might be using KanBo. Let's take a look at some simple concepts that drive KanBo. The first one is KanBo card. A KanBo card is the perfect container for dynamic work contexts. All relevant information is stored in the KanBo card for all to see and benefit from. In terms of a Kanban board, the KanBo card is much like your regular sticky note, but with a lot of added functionality for you to explore. Another great element is KanBo to-do list. KanBo eliminates pressure by helping you break down complex work tasks into small to-dos. KanBo lists can contain multiple cards, and in the real-world context, lists are the columns where your sticky notes would go. The third feature is KanBo board. The KanBo board is a digital representation of an area of work especially built to visualize flows of work in an intuitive manner. Effortlessly maintain a comprehensive view of portfolios, projects, processes, or departments as you speed through work stages with great ease and efficiency. Alright, so now that you are aware of the basics of KanBo, you are ready to discover the world of KanBo's MyBoard feature. It's specially created for building your personal Kanban board. As each board in KanBo represents a certain area, like a project, department, or a process, you will find yourself quickly involved in many cards representing different work items. Each KanBo board gives you the perfect representation of the state of progress regarding the context it represents. But what about the context of you? Much like the personal Kanban board, the KanBo MyBoard is a place modeled for individual work contexts. It looks like a regular KanBo board with the major difference that only you can manage the lists. Having this possibility, you can organize yourself in a way that matches your work style. So, why should you choose to use personal Kanban? As humans, we are always seeking a sense of order and organization that can lead us to greater productivity. Personal Kanban is a tested method of work management. It benefits people in their personal and professional lives. So, is it possible to achieve greater visibility and work organization with personal Kanban for enterprise? Yes, it's possible. The beauty of personal Kanban lies in the simplicity with which it organizes and presents your everyday tasks. With greater visibility of what needs to be done, You can develop a mental clarity that helps you maintain focus on the tasks at hand. So, can I organize tasks by priorities using Personal Kanban for Enterprise? Again, yes. With all your work laid in front of you, prioritizing tasks become easier than ever before. Your personal Kanban can help you organize work in the order of priority so that you always focus on the most important work. Can personal Kanban help to limit my work and stop overcommitting? Yes. Overcommitting can lead to revisions and overall lack of efficiency. Personal Kanban works on the principle of limiting the tasks that you need to do, so you no longer have to juggle multiple tasks that lead to mediocre work. You can limit the number of tasks and focus on delivering results. So, can I streamline and optimize workflows with Personal Kanban? Yes. The Personal Kanban approach becomes the second nature to you, becoming more streamlined and less stressful. The Personal Kanban approach also helps you to study and optimize your workflow as you gain valuable insight into your own work metrics. So, can transparency and Personal Kanban improve team management? Yes. Sharing personal Kanban boards can help foster deeper team engagement that improves the team's overall efficiency. Everyone can see how the priorities of colleagues are and how busy they are. The greater transparency leads to a true teamwork culture that can help employees collaborate more effectively to take the team forward. So, how to manage personal Kanban in the enterprise? As personal Kanban becomes a daily practice in the enterprise, employees might need a strategy to optimize and manage it for the best results. Here are 4 steps to maintain order and help you to get the most out of your personal Kanban. 1. Adding cards. Adding cards to MyBoard depends entirely upon your need and situation. Cards can either be added manually or automatically based on predefined rules. You can manually add new cards from other KanBo boards to your MyBoard. You can also add private cards that only you will be able to see. You can also use the rules and automation available in the MyBoard settings to have them added automatically. The second step is moving cards. Once added, the cards can easily be moved between the MyBoard lists to mimic your state of progress. This can be done in 2 ways. The first one is to drag and drop card in MyBoard between lists. The second one is to determine the MyBoard list within the KanBo cards. The third step is to focus and finish. Once you have your cards set up, you can start focusing on the most important work and devote the appropriate amount of time to complete each one properly. Finish work and add new tasks to repeat. The fourth step is granting other users access to your MyBoard. Adding other users to Personal Kanban dramatically improves collaboration. Here are some other benefits. Colleagues can develop a deeper understanding and respect for each other's work due to higher visibility. This causes fewer interruptions and better coordination. People can also easily view the tasks that you are scheduled to do to find out more about your availability. Your teammates can also get involved in your tasks and help you complete them faster. Such transparency of work greatly facilitates cooperation and strengthens trust in the team. Everyone has the right to see what a teammate does. This significantly translates into the effectiveness of our work. So, how to decide which personal Kanban is for you? When it comes to work visibility, with the physical personal Kanban, you can visualize work in the form of tasks for greater work visibility. In KanBo, or other digital personal Kanban, you have a personal space to organize and visualize work in a dynamic way. The second feature to analyze is the matter of priorities. In physical Kanban, You can arrange tasks in order of priority from the top to bottom. Using the digital tool, you can use several categories to prioritize your work. You can also get mobile notifications to always stay up to date on high priority tasks. So, how can you see who is responsible for each task? In a physical way, you can write names on cards. However, you are also required to notify about assignments other members. In KanBo, you can choose people as responsible or co-worker to a card. Responsible individuals can instantly be notified when assigned to a card. A greater sense of accountability and transparency will be visible from the very beginning. And how can you see the status of tasks? In a physical Kanban, the status is represented through lists where cards are in. In the digital Kanban, card status allows you to create personal stages to suit your team's workflow and understanding. You can also use colors and icons to represent specific states in a visual manner. And how can you see who made the changes? In a physical world, there is no information about who might have made changes. In the digital Kanban, you can easily view what changes were made by whom through the board and card activity streams. Another feature to discuss is real time. In a physical Kanban, you cannot change or adapt in real time. The physical presence is required. In the digital Kanban, all changes are made in real time, so everyone has the latest information. When it comes to the documents, in physical Kanban, documents cannot be attached. In the digital Kanban, all documents can be attached to cards. All version changes are monitored. These changes can be automatically pushed into the card activity streams. In KanBo, you can also have 3 levels of such activity streams: card activity stream, user activity stream, and board activity stream. So what about the real-time analytics? In a physical Kanban, there are no insights or analytics. KanBo can display a whole range of analytics, such as live data or cycle time. Another aspect that has to be analyzed is remote access. In physical Kanban, you can only access it when physically present at the location of Kanban board. Using KanBo, you can be accessed all the time from any location on any device in the world. KanBo provides features such as real-time notifications that transcends time zones and geographical locations. So, what about the filtering? In a physical Kanban, there is no filtering mechanism to ease navigation. In the digital Kanban, there are multiple filtering options. You can filter according to card name, labels, users, or statuses. When it comes to views, in physical Kanban, multiple views are not available. KanBo provides useful insights and multiple visualizations on your personal work. Another aspect is who saw the information. In a physical Kanban, there is no way of telling who's seen a particular information on a card. KanBo, on the other side, offers red receipts that show how many members are on a board and up to date with the current status. There is also a matter of backup. In a physical board, there is no backup. If the physical board is damaged or lost, then all information is gone. Using the digital Kanban, all the data is always securely backed at your chosen location. Another aspect to discuss is sharing. The physical Kanban can be shared as long as colleagues are in the same physical location. While using the digital Kanban, the information can be shared with all team members and even externally. The last aspect to discuss is timeline. In the physical Kanban, you cannot integrate information with calendars or a timeline. Contrastingly, KanBo has its own timeline feature that borrows dates from KanBo cards. Additionally, all MyBoard cards with dates can be displayed within Outlook. In conclusion, it's clearly visible that Personal Kanban provides many advantages. Despite its name, the Personal Kanban is not only for everyday activities, but can also help you to visualize work in a professional environment. Choosing the right solution is the key to getting the most out of your Personal Kanban. However, making a Personal Kanban that runs successfully in an agile work environment requires a powerful platform that gives you freedom and flexibility to practice your unique work style. KanBo can do that and much, much more. Do you want to take your work management strategy to the next level? Contact us and try out KanBo's MyBoard feature right now.